everyone, welcome to another edition of Craps Down Under. Today I'm going to run through doing our lay across, and I'm going to incorporate a use of a speculative field as a kind of insurance. I've got $1,000 bankroll, 600 here plus another 400 in blacks. So let's get started. So if you haven't seen my other video on playing this, we're basically playing for the 7. And the idea is we just lay every number and we'll go up a few times against the shooter. Probably say we'll go up twice. So a total of 8 knockoffs. And then we'll sit back and wait for a 7 if we don't get a shooter within trying it twice. So let's get started. These are all lay bets, and I will get a few whites. How many do I want? 20 whites. Let's do 20 whites. Alright, got the whites. Alright, so we're going to put $12 in the field as a kind of insurance bet. It means we collect a little bit on the horn numbers. But the idea is we want to use any wins here, and we'll put them actually on the 5, 6, 8. To try and give us a bit of cover. So let's see how it goes. Coming out, we've got a 5. So obviously that's a loser there, and we'll probably only do it a couple of times. If we don't get one, we lose this one, and I'll just put my losers there so you can see them. Got a 4, so obviously we also lose that one, and we do get paid on our field. Now the idea, and I'll show it a couple of ways you can do it. You can just basically take your win and stick it on the 6 or the 8. You might have been knocked off the 6, or you may have been knocked off the 8. You may have been knocked off both of these. But the idea is you stick it on one of those, and with this, if this does get hit, you've already got a winning there of $12. You're going to win 14, so 12 plus 14 is 26, so you're really only going to lose $4 if this number gets knocked off. Yes, we did pay for one of them. We did lose one, so it's a kind of a mixed benefit for us. Now we could just stop there, or we can say, look, we'll try it again. See if we get lucky and get another field. You can also do a parlay. If you've watched my other videos playing the field, you can parlay it. I generally do like to parlay, because if I'm going to play this, I want to cover all 3 of these. 2 wins gets me 3 units, so I can be 5, 6, 8, done, take my field off, and now I'm just basically got these ones covered pretty much, all except $4. So it's kind of a little bit of a hedge play with this lay. And we got 3, so another field number. So use your discretion. If fields aren't hitting, maybe don't play the field. Whoops. We win there. Again, we can pick that one up, or if we wanted to parlay, we could parlay. We don't have to parlay. In fact, we could possibly go, look, we're happy with that. We've got the 6 and 8 covered. We'll just sit here and just live with that. But you could leave your field out. You could leave it out and just start putting your winnings up the top here as kind of insurance. And we've got a 7. So, whoops, come back, 7. So we do lose this little one here. These do lose, so we didn't actually get to see these actually pay off, but they are winnings that we're using as kind of insurance against all of our action up here. So this actually gets paid. It's actually 114 is what we get paid. So given we've got this out here, there's 110, and I'll pay 115, take $1. So that's all the VIG, everything paid for. We're netting 114 because $6 VIG, depending on your house rules where you play, it could actually be $5 VIG. Where I play, the VIG on this would actually be 50 cents. So I'll be paying 50 cents plus 50 cents is $1 plus the dollars here. But I would also be playing big up front. So house rules and the way VIG works, there's no universal way how it works. Every house is different. So there we go, we netted a little bit of money. Go back in the field. We're all up on every bet. And we got a 6, so this is the one that hurts the most because it's not a field number. And you could decide, look, now it's not important to really track the point for this. You could decide, look, I've given it one go and it's a speculative bet. If I get a field straight off the bat, then great. If I don't, then I'll just won't bother with the field anymore. So these are rules you can play. I'll probably give it 2 goes and that's all I'll give it. If I don't get 2, then if I don't get a field on this hit, then I won't do it anymore. And we got a 6, so back-to-back 6s. So that's us done. Don't do any more fields, but doesn't mean we won't get a whole string of them now. And there's our 7. So again, what do we win? 15 plus 15 is 30. We're going to win 20. Right, so 50 makes a total of 50. Plus this one here is 25, is going to be 75. So if I just was to add all of this up and say, well, normally I get paid 120, I'm just going to lose 25, it'd be $95, plus I've got to pay some VIG. So that's kind of how you can also do it. Just 120 is what you basically get paid out. So I'll take all these, we lost a little bit with our field hedge. So the hedge is not always going to work, it's a hedge, so you're not always going to benefit from it. That's 75, 85, 90, 95. We owe $5 VIG, so that's what we take home. 90 bucks. Because remember, this one does pay 25. So it puts us down to 95. We owe $5 VIG, 90 is our payout. So just trying to explain that there. All right, we'll try the field again. Doesn't seem like we're getting too many of them, but doesn't mean they won't be just around the corner. On the 8. All right, so maybe this one, we'll just do the field one time. We go, look, had enough, one time, we'll just leave it at that. Of course, we've got a yo, doesn't affect us. And there's our 7. So either way, it's the same situation we had last time. We're going to win 90 bucks. So there's 75, 80, 85, 90. Put that one back up. And let's try the field again. Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Maybe we'll get a double. Called it. Got to be happy with that. See, wishful thinking sometimes pays off. So we get 2 for 1. We're happy with that. So all I would do is plonk, plonk. Do that. That's our hedge. We're using our win to kind of hedge these. We've already won this, right? So if we're going to get 14, plus we've got 12, that's 26 bucks. These get knocked off. We're only down a few bucks. It's quite nice. So that's built our insurance, basically. You could take this off and go, that's good enough for me. I'll just protect these 2 numbers. Or you can be greedy and go, well, let's see if we get another horn number or another field number, basically. And we got a 9. So we're happy with that. Yes, we do lose this one. That's okay. We're not going to win every bet. The idea with this is to not escalate your bets up, but hang in there. And you're basically playing against roll count. You're playing against what an average hand is going to go for. As I've said before, 50% of shooters are done by roll 6. They're finished at roll 6. Half of the shooters are done. So you're only going to actually have 6 rolls to get literally half of the hands that you're going to win on. And sure, there's another half that might go a lot further. So that's where you go, look, maybe I'll only do this a couple of times and then I'll step back. If he's having a tear, maybe you decide to start transitioning to light side. So we need to pay our field here. Get paid there. Now you could parlay it, or you could just go, look, I'll stick it on the 5, done with the field, and I'll just take it like that. So it's really up to you. The field so far paid us very, very well. Are we going to keep getting fields? Who knows? But we've basically built the field, we've farmed the field to generate our insurance. This is the way you can kind of think of it. So, do I want to be greedy and give it one more go? Maybe we'll try one more go. Got a 4. So, can't really complain. Yes, we're losing a lay bet. Alright, so now we have to pick which one we want. We'll go on the insides, they're most likely to hit. I will pull my field down now. Now at this stage, we're on loss number 2. We do go back up on both our bets. But here we are, we've actually got insurance on these ones. Actually built insurance. That's a pretty nice position to be in. We've got a yo. Sorry now, that was made, they did make the point, I believe. Or maybe they didn't, no, that was a 4, wasn't it? Anyway, doesn't really matter what the point is. Yo, so again, if we were on the field, potentially could have picked up the 4 and 10 and insured those as well. And there's our 7. All right, all bets are up. It's a very nice win. We're going to get 120. So I'll just pop them down there. It is 114 after we pay our VIG. So do that there, add the $1. So that's basically 115. Put that back here. So these, remember, these bets, these are insurance. That's all, that's their whole point for existing, is insurance. So we do lose these ones. But it's not a huge amount. It is was generated from our field bet. All right, so far we're actually doing well. Let's if we were to take all our action back, and I don't know how many times I go to the casino and I see exactly what I'm seeing now. You know, just rubbish kind of hands that just, if you're playing light side, they're murdering you. We're actually in a pretty good position. We started with $1,000. I'll take one of these back, get some reds, themselves back to even. Take another one back. Just want to see where we got to in such a short amount of time. Now it looks like we've got a lot of risk, right? If you haven't seen this, it looks like I've got all this action up here. But remember, every roll, we're literally, with our lay bets, we're only risking $30. Now sure, when we've got the field, we're risking a little bit more, but we are using the field to insure. You haven't actually seen it because we've had the 7 keep coming, so we haven't actually seen our insurance actually work for us. But let's see where we're at. There's 600. I need to have 4 blacks. All right, so there's my 4 blacks. There's my $1,000 plus a little bit of whites there. But let's see where we're at. So we're not in a bad position. We're literally up 185, 190 bucks by the time I count those. Almost $200 up. With taking very little risk. Very little risk. So it's not a bad play. When you're seeing 7s, I actually think this is one of the better plays out there. Not everyone will like it, but you know what? You're losing $30 at a time. You can just step out of it whenever you please. You go 4, done. I'm not going to go more than 4 bets or 3 knockoffs, 10 knockoffs. You decide how far you want to endure, and you're losing slowly. But when you win back relatively quick. When those 7s start hitting, you're making good money. But you are going to get those times when the table goes hot, and then you're going, oh, why did I indulge this? So that's where you got to, situational awareness is king at the craps table. I can't stress it enough. Don't keep playing like a robot. You got to react. You got to transition to doing something. I'll just say, just play what you're seeing. Play what you're seeing. If you're seeing lots of fields hit, play the field. If you're seeing hard ways hit, play the hard ways. Right? It's only a bad bet if it's not winning. If the bet's not earning its rent, then it's a bad bet. But if the bets are actually making money, doesn't matter, right? So just play what you're seeing. That's all I can kind of suggest. If the table's short rolls, play something like this. If it's long rolls, play light side and build up and keep parlaying and do your thing there. And build to table max. Anyway, here we go, coming out. 5, so I lose the field, and we lose the 5. So maybe this one I go, oh look, field, we had a run of fields, I'll just step out, I won't maybe play the field now. Maybe I'll just sit back and we'll see if we get another inside on the 6 or 8, then maybe I'll step into the field again. Of course, picked a bad one to not be in the field, but that's how it goes. You just never know what's going to happen. Probably should mark the point. Now we've got the 5 again, so that doesn't hurt us. Repeaters don't hurt. 8. So again, if we had played that field, we would have had coverage here, but silly me thought, the field's probably not going to come again. But no one knows what's going to come up next. All right, so maybe I'll go, maybe I'll go try the field, maybe I'll step in, put my little bet there. I've got a 3, that's all right. We'll take it. Got to get 12 bucks. Now maybe this one I'll try and parlay it. Maybe I'll try that. So if I get back-to-back fields. No, we didn't. We got an 8. So it didn't work. This is gambling after all. Got to take a bit of risk. So as you can see, we've lost the field 3 times. So we've lost. So one of those is a win, of course. Take one of them back, just so we can see what our actual loss is. So we are up to loss. What I'd say loss number 3 is here. That's 24 bucks there. So it's almost equivalent to a 4th loss, just because we parlayed and didn't get to keep our win. So now we're at this 4th level, and this is where we normally press it up a little bit. So this is where I'll add 15 to the 5 and 9. 15 there. I'll add 18 to the 6 and 8. Well, I've only got a 6, so I'll just add 18 onto him. And maybe I'll add 20 onto the 4 and 10. Get 10 back in change. So I'm just adding 20 onto there. Take these back. Now we're hoping we'll get a 7 before we get knocked off again. Got the 8. Doesn't hurt us, it was a repeater. Got the 5. All right, so we're done. That's the series. We had a series loss, and it's going to happen. So we lose that one. That's okay. All right, go back down to base bet. So take all this back, all this extra pressed up stuff back. Go down to base bet, and we start over at 30 bucks. All right, so that's series 1 loss. Let's just stack it all up, because I want you to see it, how it recovers when we do get that 7. Now that one, where did that one come from? Must have come from my bet. All right, let's go back up. Boom, boom. And we'll start back in the field. Maybe we will get a field. Now we've got a field. All right, so that's a 3, ace deuce. All right, so maybe I'm feeling lucky. Got a parlay this time. I've got a 7, doesn't really matter what I did then. We would have lost it either way. So that's fine. We'll put all this here. In fact, that one was a win, so we don't need to put that there. I'm going to put what came out of our bankroll. So this is a 120 win. So let's take 120 out of here. Well, 114 is what we actually need to take. So I'll just grab 114. That's all our VIG paid. So very quickly we recovered our series loss. Yeah, we've got a little bit accumulated here, but it's not the end of the world. I'll go back in the field here, see what we get. Got a 6, all right, so that's a field lose. So maybe we'll say, all right, that's enough with our trying to generate an insurance from the field. We'll just take it on the chin and step away from the field. Just play this out. Like I did last time, doubles always come when I don't go in the field. It's kind of amazing how that happens. And here we are, we're not in the field, and look at this, fields are just coming left, right and centre now. 9, another field number. So that's our second loss. So unfortunately you're not getting to really see the insurance bet actually work. We're not actually getting insurance bets actually ever hit so far. There's a 6. All right, so that's our third loss. So this is the one where we go back up, go back up, add 3 on our, sorry, 18 I should say, so 3 units on our 8. I'll add 3 units on the 9 and 5. Again, I'll do the same thing. Get one back. Get one back. Stay there. Put 20 on the 4 and 10. Alright, back home. Alright, so let's see how we go now. Got a 3. So I should have been in that field for those last few rolls. I guess except for the 6. There's an 8. So we're done. We're done. Table looks like it's heating up, got to say. That's another reasonable roll. So maybe we should be thinking about not being on this kind of strategy. So it is something to think about. Don't keep playing the same thing if it keeps hurting you. But we're going to do it one more go. And then we'll just step aside. If we get to the end of another series, we'll just step aside and wait till we see some 7s. Alright, so we're back up. Do I want to go in the field? Look, I'll try it again. Need to get some whites. An extra one there. Take this one back. Alright, here we go. 4. Alright, so that's a field winner. So we lose our lay. I'll put that down here in the accumulated loss pile. We do win on our field. I'm going to say I'm feeling lucky. I'll try and parlay it. Doesn't mean we'll be lucky, but there's a 10. Well, we were this time. Lucky, but not lucky. We still lose a lay. We'll chuck it there. So that's loss number 2. So now we're at the point, we do get paid here. Get paid those 2. So what I'm going to do, put them up on the 6 and 8 and the 5. And maybe I'll maybe I'll just take the 9. Oh no, I'll just put that straight in my rack. Not going to worry about it anymore. I do need to place these ones back up. So maybe I'll just say, look, that's enough of the field. Let's see what happens now. Oh, there's a 7. So again, never getting to see our insurance actually pay off. We always seem to be getting the 7s before the insurance gets used. All right, so another $120 winner basically, but less the VIG. It's going to be basically that, and I'll throw in a buck. All right, so we're back up. So what have we got here? We haven't got really that much. We've got basically, I think, about 150, somewhere around there in loss. So it's not a huge amount. All right, let's try the field again. Oh, we got one. We got aces. So maybe this will be an example of where we get to see our insurance payoff. So I'm just going to go and put them straight back up on the 6 and 8. Got a 5, of course. So I'll lose that. So I'm just going to put in there. I'm not going to play the field anymore. I'll just take it on the chin. So that's loss number 1. Now let's see how we go. 5 doesn't really matter. I guess I should mark the point. So repeated. Repeaters don't hurt us most of the time. 5 again. Aces. All right. We're not on the field, so, but anyway, it's good. It's another roll spent. So this shooter's doing quite a bit. He's managed to hurt us again. So we go back up. This is loss number 2. So we go all the way back up. We're not pressing. We're just staying at the same level. We're just replacing our bets. Remember, these ones, which we expect to be hit most often, being the 6 and 8, we have insurance on them. And 9, not that the dice aren't going to hit the insurance. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. So let's go back up a little bit. Now, what can I do? I'll do 20 over here. Let's do 20 on the 4. I'll put 15. Maybe I'll put. Maybe I'll go 30 on the 5. Put a little bit more on the 5. You don't have to stick to a flat level. You can do whatever you like. If I do that, that'll kind of. I don't want to fight my insurance. The other thing I could do, I could take my insurance off, but kind of because it's been paid for by the field, I want to kind of leave it there. But I don't want to kind of be pressing up against the insurance either. And maybe I'll put a little bit more on the 10 as well. Let me take that one up. So I'll just put a little bit more on these outside ones. We're just working on the fact that probably hit the 6 and 8 are the most likely to hit. There's a 6. So in this case, we do lose this one, but because we've got that there, we're going to get paid 14. And in fact, I can just do that, take the one back. So it's not as big a loss. It's literally a $6 loss is what I'm actually losing. So kind of how you want to treat it is really up to you. I'm just going to go, you know what, that's fine. I'll put it over here, but I'm just going to basically put my bet back up. I'll rack that. And I'm just going to, put my bet back up, leave my insurance up, and just put him back. Got a yo. Got the 4. All right, so not having a good run. This is quite a hot hand. So I'm going to say we're kind of done now. We're more than done. That's 2 times we've gone through. I think this is up to number 2. And so this shooter's just shown us they're going to keep going. So what do? Well, you can leave it up and just see what survives. See if you get something on the 7. I might take this all back. You can go, what I might do, maybe I'll, and we could start doing a come progression, go that way. Just go back down to, maybe I'll just do a simple, take all this back, saying, look, I'm out of here, completely out of this playing dark side, completely out of it, don't want to stay around. The shooter's just on a hot roll. Maybe I'll just do this, just play 5, 6, 8 like what I've played before. Doesn't mean you won't 7 out it straight away. That can always happen. You can always 7 out straight away. But given where we're at, maybe I'll put 15 here and just play an iron cross. See what we get. 8. Because clearly the shooter just keeps going. And we get 35. So I need to basically, whoops. Here we go. That's 35. I've done the math right. 35. Alright, so put that back in our rack. Collect some back. Actually, what I should have done, bad me, I'll take it out of that loss pile. I need to take it out of the loss pile. Take it back here, take it off here. So that's a win. And stack this back up. 10. That's a win. 15. So now maybe I'll just get the 9. See what we get. Got a yo. What am I doing? Keep taking it out of here. Okay, let me just take that back, take it off here, and then I'll take this one off here. Maybe I'll collect this one. Got to collect something. And maybe I'll get out of the field and I'll just pick up my 4 and 10. Got the 6. Alright, $35 winner. Oh, sorry, I'm playing it from here. Oh, I've got to take it out of here. So, we've had a few hits. Do we want to keep staying up? The shooter's had a pretty long roll. Maybe we start thinking, how long is this roll going to be? I've actually got a fair bit out on the felt here. I've got, I don't know why I've got 30 there. Should be 25. But I've actually got a fair bit of money out here on the felt. So I could potentially go, well, let's take it back. Let's just take it all back. That's profit. That's profit. We can try doing our lay again. We've made something out of the shooter. Maybe we think the shooter's going to run out. So maybe we'll try it again. So we've taken a chunk light side. Now you don't have to do it this way. You could go and transition to a sort of a come style bet as well. Do a come. The come wins on the 7, but it also then it becomes basically a contract bet when you get here, but it is now playing light side. So you could still be blending. Given that the shooter's had a pretty long roll, I'm going to just say, look, we haven't seen a 7 for a while. I'm going to give this another go. Do I want to do my insurance? Maybe I'll try it. I'll give it one go. And we've got a 6, so no. So let's see what happens. 4. Shooter's hot as hell. They're doing really well. So maybe we timed it again. We timed it wrong. Maybe shooter's going to go 30 rolls or something. 10 outside. So it looks like we've timed it wrong. That's okay. So maybe go, all right, we go back all down again. Let's just wait it out. Now, what something we could do instead is potentially just do a big lay. Put a large lay. He just hit the 10, but we could actually still do a large lay. Do a $150 lay. Well, let's just do a $300 lay. Let's do a $300 lay. Just concentrate it. Hoping to just ride it out, get something back. Got a 3. Got an 8. So shooter's on fire. Aces. Just keeps going. I don't know where the 7's gone. Oh, there's our 7. So figured we had to get a 7 at some point. All right, so there's our $300 lay. We'll take some of our loss back. We'll get back $150. We do have to pay $7 vig. So I'll pay that. All right. So you just never know what's going to happen with the dice. They're going to do whatever they do. And you just have to kind of adapt. And I did go light side for a bit. Didn't go light side for long enough. I figured based on norms, the shooter probably should have been finished. But I'll have to do when I do the video review. I'll look at how many rolls they actually did have. I think it was a pretty good roll. I'm guessing somewhere around 20 something, that's like right at the end of like somewhere around 97, somewhere around 97% is around that 20, 22, 23, somewhere around there is a 97% chance that you won't ever see that. It's only a 3% chance that you'll see a shooter get that far without and that's just a PSO. They can have many 7s in between there, but to roll that many rolls without a 7 is actually pretty hard. It's actually very, very difficult. But there you go. You've seen that it can happen, and you can have very, very long rolls. So just step away, transition light side, come back into it again. Yeah, we came back into it again, and we still got burnt. So then I thought, okay, let's just try concentrated. And doing that one, we managed to win by laying the 10. And it's not always going to work out for you. It's gambling after all. So let's go. We got a 7. Maybe we'll see some more 7s. Maybe the tables had a nice hot run, but we may still see exactly the same thing again. The table's going hot. We'll see what happens. Put my caps on there. Lay bet. So I want to try and recover our losses that we've had here. And there's a 7. So 120. Alright, so there's 100. And 15 for 1. We do lose a little bit here. There's a 15 for 1. Put that back in a rack. Pull that back in a rack. So let me just see what we've got here. Alright, there's just a case of, I've done it wrong. Should have been 5. So that's what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So I've basically got 100 that the house owes us. Our house still owes us $100 plus about, I don't know, 20 or something here. 25, so 125, somewhere around there. So let's see how we go. Maybe I'll take this all back too. All right. Alright, So not quite, it's 122. That's what the house owes us. Let's see how we can, see if we can get that back. I do need to get some change. Two there. All right. 7. So not too hard. We had our long run and now we had a few 7s, which is kind of what you see at the table. I see this all the time at the table. It's not a rare event. So there's our 100. And take these whites, 114. So we've recovered all of our loss. So I mean, you do lose slow and it can build up when you get those long hands. And we didn't play perfectly by any means, you know, we stepped back up and got beaten down again. So it happened, we actually ended, in effect, almost stepped up 3 times against that shooter and got knocked down every time, even after taking a chunk of light side action in the middle. So it was only that very last lay that we kind of recovered some of our loss against that shooter. But that one shooter did actually cause a bit of pain for us. But you know, look at where we're at. We've got all our action on the felt, plus we're only down about $20 here. So let's just colour it all up. We need to really keep playing it, but let's see where we're at. I think we've still got 4 blacks. So this is all of our winnings. There's our 1,000 we started with. This is all our winnings. And this is just a lot of it, just recovering from a nasty run. But you're going to get those. And here we are, 200. All right, there we go. So $218. So $218. That's still not bad. It's a $1,000 bankroll. It's over 20%. That's good enough. So given that I don't want the video to keep going forever, I think I've shown enough. But I did want to show a little bit more of the field insurance working. Unfortunately, we weren't really able to show too much of that, just because of the way the dice were rolling. We did get a few 7 outs, and then when we did have it up, the dice, like they always do, were missing our bets that had the insurance. We did see one case where we did get the insurance. So yeah, it can help. It can also cost you money out of your bankroll. So it's just something you can throw in there as something that can potentially give you a little bit of cover against these sort of inside numbers, where you're not doing it out of your bankroll, because you don't want to be fighting your lay bet with action out of your bankroll. When it's actually generated out of the field, it hasn't come out of your bankroll. So yes, it is technically, you know, working against itself, but it's come from winning out of your bankroll. I call it like money in action. You haven't taken it back in your rack. It's money that's in play within whatever strategy you're doing. When you take it back into your rack, yes, now it's yours. But while it's out on the felt, it's in action. And when I see that the field, I'm saying I'm putting it there and I'm offsetting. Yes, it's kind of fighting itself, but it didn't come out of my bankroll, and that's the main thing. So it's effectively, you know, free insurance that I've got from my field. Well, it's not free because the field's going to lose, right? But if the field's hitting, it's fantastic. You're getting some cover here where you go, yep, okay, got knocked off my 8, cost me $6 or $4. Sorry, it's $4, right? Because you're going to win. You've won 12 out of the field. You're going to win 14. That's $26. You're $4 short. So you get knocked off a lay, cost you $4. Cost you $4. So if you've got insurance on these 2 numbers, or maybe you've got insurance on 3 that you've farmed out of the field, it's pretty good. It gives you some more resilience for those longer rolls if they come along. So I thought I'd just show that. Again, doesn't matter, we made profit. Let's just see if we can get a couple more quick wins. Just want to see if we can do it, because we had a pretty nasty run, and we kind of came out of a hole just to get back to the winning position we were in before. So let's not worry about the field. We'll just play it straight up. 7. And this is kind of what you're doing. Just trying to get those 7s. So there we go. Let's just play it until we give them $1. Let's just play it until we don't get a 7, shall we? Maybe we'll get some back-to-back 7s. Who knows what we're going to get. No, we got a 9. All right, good. So let's say pack up, go home. We're done. We made our money. We had our little bonus round. We managed to roll a 7. Paid $30 in tax there. So let's see where we're at now. And boom. 3 blacks. There you go. 3 blacks. And $2. So do whatever you do with that. Tip the dealers, whatever you wanted to do. So still, that's 30% on our bankroll, and that's a win. So yes, we've seen this strategy through a hot hand. We've backed out of the hot hand. We've transitioned backwards and forwards. We've done a large lay to recover on a 7. We've come back out again. We've showed doing the field, using the field to do a little bit of speculative insurance. It's not always going to work for you, but it's just another little thing that might work sometimes. And nothing works all the time. So there's no magic in this game. It's hard work. You've got to keep moving, and it's like you're in a boxing ring, right? You've got to keep ducking and weaving, and you got to be quick on your feet. You've got to change, move. You always got to keep moving around, doing something to try and, I guess, go with what you're seeing on the table. Even despite all of that, you're still going to get nightmare runs. So there is no magic bullet in the game. All you can do is have fun, and hopefully you're lucky at the table and you bring something home. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.